Hey all. So welcome back. It is November 22nd. Can y'all believe November's almost over? And because I can't remember, because it's been a while, apparently it's been a really long while. I think we're on Floss Tube 32. I can't find the last one I wrote down. I think it's 32. I'm going to... Oh, and I'm Amy. Welcome to the crazy, because it's been a minute. It's been a minute. Linda, focus. Okay. I'm going to just jump in and tell you all about my stitching, because there's pretty much only one project that I've been working on. And then we'll go into the life stuff and where I've been and things that have been on my mind that are sort of important to talk about, even though I don't want to talk about them. So I have this project that is a Christmas present that needs to be done. So I joined Stitchopoly and the Stitcher Games. I was a volunteer sponsor, and then when they cut the list down, I was taken off the list. So I'm only focusing on Stitchopoly, which is totally fine. I got sick for a minute, which is weird because I haven't been sick in forever, and I got hit with strep throat. So my throat was all clogged, and anyways, I will try to have the hubby insert a photo here of where I started, or where I was at before Stitchopoly, somewhere here. And this is where I'm at now. I just took it off the Q-snap. I'm still working on it. So I made a ton of progress, because the first photo that you see, I was still over here somewhere. So I've done all of this in November. And I'm hoping, my goal is a December 1st finish, because then I can start working on the new starts that I have planned for December. There are 3. So yeah, I think it looks really good so far. I'm excited. So that's where I'm at on that. It's pretty much, it's the only thing I'm working on. So, and it's kind of weird because when I first started, I thought I was going to be a monogamous stitcher, and then I became not a monogamous stitcher, and now I'm forced to being a monogamous stitcher, and I'm not quite sure how I feel about it. So that's all my stitching. That's it. That's everything. I did get a little bit of stitchy kindness, and I'll take this out of the bag. So I had a thought and then I lost it. Please hold. I've been conversating with some peoples, and I was expecting, I think, an order from either Color Street or my Color and Cotton. I'm not sure which. And in the meantime of getting those, a wonderful person, and she knows who she is because we've talked, sent me some dragonflies. If Linda will, okay, let me pause this so this will quit flashing and see if Linda will focus. I had a request for dragonflies, and I will only say her first name because I didn't ask permission. Her name is Kelly. She found some at her Hobby Lobby and sent them to me. And on the same day that I received those, I received this. Linda, work with me doll. It's a Dimensions kit, a gold collection, and it's called Jewels of the Orient. Isn't that gorgeous? So stinking pretty. But this person did not leave me a note. All they left me with was this right here. Candace. If you don't know Candace, Slub Lover Stitches, on YouTube and on Instagram. You should check her out. that was the only note I got, was blame Slub Lover Stitches. And I know from the address label that the person's name is Shelly. And, oh, I forgot to write her name down. Oh, no, she's right here. Because I just subscribed to her. I contacted Candace and I was like, what did you do? And she's like, oh, I did nothing. Shelly and I happened to see this when they were at one of their things. And she thought I would appreciate it. And it's already started. I'll show you where it's at. Now, I don't know if Shelly started this or if it was, you know, something she found and decided to purchase. This is where it's at. Whoa, don't drop the bag. Whoop. This is where it's at. And I love it. And I'm super excited. And the threads are all in there. And there's instructions in there. And either Shelly or the person who made notes on different pieces of paper. I'm going to have to like sit down and like actually look at all of it to see, try to figure out what the person before me was doing. I don't think it'll be too hard. But the young lady who sent this to me is Shelly Key X Stitch. So if you by chance watch my channel, Shelly, thank you so much. I about started bawling when I saw this because it's gorgeous and it's going to go so well with my other geisha that I got from Michelle's D-Stash, which we're still not talking because I got a lot to frog on that project. But anyways, I wanted to share that. So I had Happy Mail and Stitchy Kindness, and I was all sorts of excited. This is also the time of year where my brain goes on overdrive. So, sorry. If all you wanted to see was my stitching, that's it. That's all I got. Sorry. It's not much. It's one project that I'm working on. So I'm going to get into the life stuff, and I kind of already touched base on the fact that I had strep throat, which is why I did not make a video last week, because that wasn't happening. And then kind of what I'm up to and what I'm doing, because it is that time of year where I start handcrafting things and making things for teachers, and yeah, so I'm still working on the tissue boxes. I want a crochet hook, it's fine. So I've gotten this one done. I need to do the white threading on this one so it will look like this. So if you can see the white thread that goes through it, I need to do that to this one, and then that'll be another box down. And then I need to work on the blue and yellow sides of the M&Ms for this box to be done. And, oh, I was going to bend down and grab the needle, but I'm not gonna. I was just kidding. Let's see, that was awfully quick. It's only 8 minutes. Okay. So, we've talked about the fact that I got asked to be president for PTO for the school. And then it kind of turned into a co-presidency because the other lady didn't resign. She's officially resigned now, so now I'm the only president. And we're trying to come up with different ideas of things that we can do to either sell at a dance or fundraising or whatever. So we have a, what did we decide to call it? Winter semi-formal dance coming up. And we were trying to figure out what we could do, and I thought, you know what, I can make star ornaments. And people will either buy them or they won't. So I brought one of those up to the school yesterday. I'm going to use pretty much this entire ball of yarn to make those if I get the go-ahead. Because I don't want her to feel like she has to. If she's like, it's not really our thing, then I just won't make any more stars. Another thing is that we were talking about decorating the front office. They don't really have a lot of decorations for the front office, and I thought, well, I could make some. So my game plan is to crochet in rainbow order the little light bulbs and then make a garland so that way they can hang it from the front desk thingy. Yeah. And then I'm going to make them little Christmas trees. So I got the one done. And the hubby came up with a genius idea because the needle that just fell, or the crochet hook that just fell, it was originally going to make these itty bitty little, Linda, focus. Can we focus? Aha. Itty bitty little baubles. That was the plan. My fingers were already hurting, and I'm not even finished with one. And the husband's like, you have white beads. Use them. Oh, yeah. So, oh, and since I was kind of showing you my nails, I need something with letters on it, though. Not too many letters. Where's my... I already lost my thingy again, didn't I? Oh, nope, here it is. I guess I don't need letters. I just need... let's see if Linda will focus. Is it enough of the design? These right here are called Oops a Paisley. Hopefully the hubby will write it here somewhere. So, love these. And the thumb looks like the black one. Whoops a Paisley. And then next week I will have my Thanksgiving ones on. Which is super... I'm going to lose it again, aren't I? Just have a feeling. Okay. There's stuff everywhere. This is how my November, December typically looks, is I have projects. I have tissue boxes over there. I've got Christmas trees over here. I've got a diamond painting underneath the Christmas tree. I've got 3 projects, cross-stitch projects, a yarn project, the project that I'm working on because I'm punishing myself because I have to finish that so it can be sent off for Christmas. This is my life. This is why I always say welcome to my crazy, because I drive myself crazy doing 50 million things all at once, and then knowing that it's going to overwhelm me, I do it anyway because I enjoy the chaos. It's weird being me sometimes. It's all good. Down to the stuff that I don't want to talk about. I have a feeling 98% of you know what it is. And it's this whole COPPA thing. COPPA, whatever you want to call it. COPPA. And the FTC that's getting involved with regulating YouTube. Or something along those lines. Again, conversation I just don't want to have. So, let me just explain. I started my YouTube channel about 5 years ago with the intention of it being monetized. Never with the intention of making more than, I don't know, 20, 30 bucks a month. Back then, it was YouTube and Google AdSense that worked together. And you had to meet the threshold of $100. It took me 4 years to get to $96.15. And then YouTube and Google AdSense did their split. Because that money is technically from Google AdSense, I'm never going to see it. Which is fine. So basically, what my internal dialogue is that I basically got fired from a job that never paid me. First and foremost, I want you all to understand that my channel is my outlet. It is a safe place. I would like to hope that my friends on here feel that this is a safe place where we can discuss things and talk about what we're creating, and a drama-free area for us to not have to put up with drama, because we have enough of that everywhere else in our lives. We don't need that here. This is the one place where when you guys are watching my videos, and I hope sincerely that that's what I've been able to portray, is that you are in a safe place when you're talking to me. There is no judgment. There have been times where I've had serious discussions with people and had a different outlook on something, and we were able to sit down and talk about it, and there were other times where some friendships were diminished because they were toxic for both parties. But first and foremost, this channel was created to find other people like me. Because I'm an odd duck. All my doctors have told me so. And I found so many. I found so many of you who are like, you think you're rambling, and yet I speak your language. You think you don't make sense, and yet I hear you. You're having a crap day, I see you. And that's what this was about. I got an email. I'm this close to being monetized again. And it's not about the money. It's not. Making money on YouTube, the intention of that was to put it back into YouTube. That was it. It was to give me damn. It was a way to give me finances to do giveaways, to do Happy Mail. Sorry, I didn't realize this was going to be that emotional. We might all have to say goodbye. And that's crap. So yet again, I'm getting fired from a job I've never been paid for, that I enjoy doing. That's my outlet. And if this whole thing goes through, then the one thing that's mine is gone. Because this is mine. I don't have to share it with my family. I don't have to share it with my kids. I don't have to share it with my husband. It's mine and mine alone. And I could totally just be jumping the gun. Sorry. I'm sorry, but not sorry. You guys know I've always worn my heart on my sleeve. I share all of my emotions with you. And I think it's just crap. I understand what they're trying to do. I'm trying to see it from both perspectives. And I understand what they're trying to do. But if I mark my video as an adult-only video, in order to stay monetized, and a child watches my video, even though I'm marked, I personally mark it. I can get charged $42,000 for a video. Because even though it's marked as an adult, it was appealing to a child. Well, there go all of my art videos. My art journaling, that's gone. Because there's colors in there. You know, a lot of my screenshots are colorful. And that might attract a child. It's $42,350 per video. And even if you mark it, check the box, adult only channel, 18 and over only. If they do a sweep and they deem that your video is for children, you're done. So, for my channel, as of right now, I'm going to leave it as is. If YouTube contacts me and says, hey, you need to fix A, B, and C, then I'm going to fix A, B, and C. I've already gotten a copyright notification about my, the Shania Twain little clips that I use at the beginning and end. So those are going to be gone. So if you go back into those videos and you see them, it's going to be muted, and then all of a sudden you'll hear my voice come in, and that's the reason why. My husband doesn't use YouTube as an editor. He uses his own, it's Cyberlink, I think it's called. And so it's harder for him to, basically he would have to take the entire video down, re-edit it, and then re-upload it. So that's way too much time and way too much work for me to ask him to do that. So he's just going to go through and mute them so that way I don't get dinged for it again. As for going forward, I think that my little thumbnail will have to be a disclaimer for every single video that says this is not for children. Somebody made a comment that if we all start dropping F-bombs, that we could prove that it's, you know, it's for mature audiences only. I don't understand that. So basically we have to add curse words or violence or mature content to prove that our videos are not for children. Again, when it comes to legal jargon, I don't understand it. I don't speak that language in any way, shape, or form. But I thought YouTube had come out with YouTube Kids, which is a separate app, specifically for this problem. So I didn't know about YouTube Kids. I had another teacher tell me about it. So YouTube isn't advertising YouTube Kids for children. Maybe if more parents knew about that, this whole thing wouldn't be an issue. And from the understanding I received, the big difference is the personalized ads, which creators get paid for, versus the commercialized ads, which is what you see on everyday TV. So if you mark your video 18 and over, you're allowed to have personalized ads, which are the ads that gather data over what you've watched personally and put it in commercials specifically towards things that are geared for you. Whereas commercialized ads, it's whatever's on the TV. If your video is earmarked for children, you can only have commercialized ads, which means you no longer get monetized, you no longer get paid. And I'm confused. Is this for every single person who, maybe somebody knows, maybe somebody can help me understand, because is this for everyone? Is this only for people who are monetizing their videos? Is this, because if that's the case, in order to keep the community, I will drop the monetization. It doesn't even matter anymore. The community that we have built, and not just me, I mean, there are tens and thousands of people out there who collectively make this community. Whether it's in art journaling, whether it's in planning, whether it's in crocheting, whether it's in knitting, whether it's diamond painting or scrapbooking, our floss tubes. We're all one big, huge community. Huge. I would drop monetizing my videos in a heartbeat if that meant I could keep doing what I'm doing without any concerns or worries about getting tagged, about any fees or fines that good Lord knows I can't afford. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it's just for people who are monetized or if it's for anyone who creates a video ever. I've noticed a lot of people are doing a lot more lives I don't know if that's because, and again, I'm still learning, so I don't know if in your live you can control whether it's 18 and over, and maybe that's the reason why people are going to more lives. I don't know if I'm going to have to shut my entire channel down. I don't want to jump the gun, and Jason has agreed that I should not just delete everything as of yet. But there is a massive side of my anxiety that is freaking out that if they peg one of my art journaling videos as appealing for a child, I don't have $42,000 for myself, much less to give the FTC. So I don't know where this is going. I think for now, I'm going to continue doing my Stitch With Me's. Because to see this, and I don't know, I'm not a child anymore. I don't know if that would be appealing to a child to see my hand sitting on top of fabric and pulling thread with a needle. I don't know. But yeah, I think I'm going to continue with my Stitch With Me's, and I might do updates maybe every 2 weeks, maybe once a month, until we all figure out. And it's not even us, it's YouTube, the FTC, until they can figure out what the heck is going on and what the game plan is. That's just where I'm at. I had planned to do this video on Wednesday. I found out about this whole thing on Tuesday afternoon, and it just made me sick to my stomach. I mean, obviously I'm still pretty emotional about it. So I'm gonna go make some Christmas trees. And hopefully that doesn't tag, because I don't want... Now I'm scared of what my screensavers, or my little screen thumbnail's gonna be. Maybe it'll be of me crying, and then that way it won't be children appropriate. Maybe I should just cry in every video. Make it seem like it's totally like drama. Maybe kids won't be attracted to that. Who knows? I don't want to drop F-bombs. I do that in my everyday life. I don't need to do that here. I do want to end by telling all of you, regardless of what happens, we'll find each other. We will. Keep hearing about Twitch, and there's another one that I can't think of right now because I didn't write it down. I think Milesley does them. I can't think of what they're called. I know one of them is Twitch, which from what I understand is like a gaming thing. But us crafters might just have to take over, because yeah, we'll figure out something. And just make sure that somebody tells me, because we all know how I am with technology. I don't know a thing. I don't know nothing. So make sure somebody loops me in so I know where we're going, because this whole thing is just nuts. And the uproar that it's created is just insane. So, sorry to be all emotional. It's been a rough week, but it wasn't as rough as last week, so I'm grateful for that. But still rough nonetheless. On that note, is Thanksgiving next week? I feel like it should be this Thursday. It's Friday already. Never mind. It is this Thursday. It feels really late this year. So on that note, if you're celebrating Thanksgiving, I know a lot of my Canadians have already celebrated. Happy Thanksgiving to you all. I hope you enjoy family time and away from all this hot mess that's happening right now. And yeah, as for my next update, it's kind of just going to happen when I'm emotionally okay to do it. And hopefully all this stuff gets figured out. I don't want to say blows over, because that's obviously there's an issue and it needs to be addressed. But hopefully it can get figured out. I know that there's a petition going around, and that there's a place where you can comment to the FTC about how this affects you, either as a viewer or as a creator. Because apparently as a viewer, it's going to affect you as well, to where something along the lines of, if you're watching videos that are, if we get deemed as child appealing videos, there's a specific phrasing and I forgot what it's called. But if we're appealing to children and you watch our videos, your YouTube channel is now going to be audienced for children videos. So it's not going to give you videos that you would typically watch and recommend other floss tubers. It's going to recommend children channels to you because it's going to think that you're a child. So as a viewer, that sucks because I like the algorithm that YouTube has right now, because I can watch a crochet video on something and it'll bring up another crochet video that's similar to the one that I just watched. That makes sense to me. Me watching an art journaling page and then you sending me to a video about Crayola crayons, that's not what I was after. So, as a viewer, as a creator, we all just need to raise hell. And tell them, listen, we understand what you're trying to do, but you can't parent for us. You can't do our job as parents. That's just not right. Because that's kind of what I feel like they're doing. They're trying to control YouTube to make it to where it's only for children, which is the whole point of the YouTube Kids. I don't know. It's a whole... My brain is just... If you stuck with me this far, know that you are loved. Know that we will find a way back to each other. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. We as a community are a bunch of strong-headed men and women who will find each other again. Somewhere, some way. We'll just take over. I think we're pretty good at that. We'll just take over. It's fine. So, on that note, I will bid you adieu. I will take all the tears back. I love you all. And until next time, stay random and don't kiss your projects. Bye.